Hello, my beautiful friends. So here I am attempting my second reading vlog. And if you follow me on Fable, it's not updating on Goodreads simply because I am rereading the series. But if you follow me on Fable, you may have seen that I am reading, and this is no surprise because of my previous video, but I am rereading Bloodmarked. So I am literally going through 3 different ways of reading this book: audio, physically, and my good old Kindle. So right now I need to do some work, and so therefore I was like, oh, let me go ahead and turn on my camera to attempt to get some footage for this vlog. And so yeah, here I am. Anywho, I decided to bring you guys along with me. You will see me doing some work, getting some things together for a counseling session I have in a little bit. But again, I wanted to bring y'all along with me so, you know, I can try to do this whole vlog thing again. My mask wasn't on. So I went ahead and opened up Everend on my iPad right here. So you guys will see where I am. Sorry for the ring light. It says chapter 34, which is actually chapter 33. And this is how I'm going to listen to it. Let me physically show you guys how far along I am in the book. So this is where I am. I am more than 50% done, which is kind of crazy. And technically I am around pages 324 and 325. All right, so I'm almost there. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. Just quickly before I go ahead and put on my headphones, but y'all, this story, the second time around, it is so much more enjoyable. Mainly because when I first read the series, I absolutely had no clue about fantasy, let alone black fantasy, right? And this time around, I ain't gonna lie, Bree, she working my nerves a little bit more because she just does not listen, right? And I get it, like the book has to be action-packed and filled because it is. Otherwise, like, it wouldn't be any type of story, right? But when I say this girl, she just got to do something. She just has to do something. And I get it, you know. Where we are now in the story, without trying to give much away, she's supposed to be in hiding. I'll just say that, for lack of better words. And so an altercation has just happened. Therefore, you know, her and her friends are possibly in danger. I'm trying to be very vague here. And, you know, the thing is, with her powers and the way she's gotten her powers, if you read book 1, you know, that is kind of explored a bit more in book 2, Bloodmarked. And you just don't want the wrong people to find her. Let's say that. Yeah, she just doesn't need or want the wrong people to find her at this point in the book. And yeah, so I'm just gonna say that. I'm gonna stop talking because my time is winding down, and I at least want to record a bit of this for you guys just so I can get started. Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and put on my headphones and get into Bloodmarked. So good. If y'all haven't started this, start it. Okay? All right, Bloodmarked it is. Wait, wait, wait. I hope I'm not screaming because I got this on. I had to pause it. Now, dang, I can't say it because I don't want to spoil it. But if bruh, okay, I had to get my thoughts together. If what's about to happen is about to happen, I'm about to be flabbergasted. When I say again, I said it before, being on this journey in this world has been so satisfying, right? But it's also like so much I forgot, like I can't hear myself. Oh gosh, okay. Going through the story again has been so satisfying, right? But obviously, like I forgot so much because I literally read these both, I think, in 2022, and I've forgotten so much. And with forgetting so much, there are some things that are obviously familiar, and there are some things where I'm like, I don't remember this. This part right here, I do not remember. So when I flip this page, because now we're at the end of 34. So when I flip this page, what I think is about to happen will be revealed. And I don't think I'm ready because, and again, I can't say. I'm gonna just stop. I'm trying not to spiral because if I say because one more time, I'm trying not to spiral. Throughout again rereading this, y'all, I be gasping, I be reacting, I be yelling, I be screaming. Because it's that good. But I'm about to be so disappointed if he is not who he has portrayed himself to be this entire time. That's all I'm gonna say. Y'all don't know who he is, but that's all I'm gonna say. I know I'll be wearing my husband out when he hears me gasping. Let me put this audio back on. Hi, my friends. So I decided to get in bed. This is literally after the previous clip. So I decided to go ahead and get in bed and read a bit more of Bloodmarked before I go to sleep. And so once I got back from seeing the kids I had to see for counseling, came home, I ended up taking a nap, woke up, me and hubby ate, and then we watched the season finale of The Traitors, the US one. I don't know if y'all watched The Traitors, but we were so satisfied with the ending. I'm not going to spoil it. We were so satisfied with the ending. We have watched every single country's version of Traitors, English speaking, let me say that. So we have watched New Zealand, we have watched Australia, we have watched Canada, we just recently watched UK, and so obviously season 3 for the US has been on. And if you don't know, the US does a lot because it's more so like gamers and reality TV celebs. And so like the production is like crazy, but we watched that. And so now I was like, okay, I did want to continue the vlog a bit more on the same day, which is actually, I never said it earlier, today is actually March 7th. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and shut up now. I am on chapter 35. On chapter 35? Oh no, chapter 35. Oh gosh, stop it. This Kindle is so sensitive when you touch it. And I am at, you guys see that, 62%. Yeah, 60%. So I'm almost there. It's a thick book. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and just read a bit more before I close my eyes. And yeah, let's get to it. Friends. This part is wrapping up this vlog that I started a few days ago. I can't believe I'm on camera looking crazy again, but this time I at least did my eyebrows and added some concealer and mascara, some lip gloss, and some earrings for y'all. But I'm gonna make this quick. I always say that and then I don't, but I'm gonna do my very best. Okay. Let me just, as you guys know, this reading vlog that I decided well into at least 50% plus of this book, right? I was over 50% of this book when I decided to actually do the vlog of it. Again, this is a reread as I decided to reread the series in preparation for Oathbound that released on March 4th, okay? Okay, here we are. Today is the 9th, March 9th. Yes, today is March 9th, okay? And I'm finished, y'all. I'm finished. This bookmark doesn't reflect it because I finished actually on my Kindle, but I am finished and I don't even have the words, okay? Y'all, when I say this book took me through it, and I didn't have the camera up when I was like reading and I was like just rocking back and forth. I was doing something like this. I was grunting, that sounds really weird. I was like literally visibly and audibly distraught. There we go. Y'all, this book had me distraught. Again, there was so much that I forgot. There were certain things that I did remember. And it just all came together like so well. Okay. Now, I want to say I mentioned something on Fable that it amazes me how Tracy Deonn could put together a story like this. Bree Matthews is that girl, okay? I think I may have mentioned this in my previous video when I was discussing my March Hopeful / TBR, right? I was saying how, did I mention this? I don't know. I had no clue who King Arthur was. Okay, I knew of his name, but I didn't know what he did, what he meant, like the importance of him, if any, okay? But Tracy Deonn created a series about a young Black girl, 16 years old. Bree is 16 years old, okay? A young Black girl who comes from a family that has a magical lineage that she knows nothing about until she goes off to the university her late mother went to because of an early college program. Okay, now that's book 1. Book 2, Bloodmarked, is obviously following Bree and her friends, further discovering or like gaining knowledge of her powers. Okay, like I'm really trying to get this. Y'all know I don't be planning these videos, like planning what I'm gonna say. So it is captivating. It is, there are many moments of laughter, like many moments of laughter. So there's so much levity. There are battle scenes in this book where your mouth will drop wide open based on what's happening. The fight scenes are explained so well where I visually see them right as I'm reading. And also the narration is great, right? It was something in this book that, I'm going all over the place. It was something in this book that I was so captivated. I said, I have to like read this, like actually read this, right? Because I was enjoying it so much, audio version. And so therefore I downloaded it to my Kindle. Of course, I had the physical copy, right? And then something was like, girl, you want to turn these pages. You really want to experience this book. So then I picked up the physical copy and started reading parts of it as well. Anyway, like I was saying, I said all that to say, Tracy Deonn does a magnificent job just being so descriptive with everything in this book. Now, because it is fantasy, as you guys know, there are a lot of characters, right? Some pretty major, some minor, right? But what I also love about this story, and that obviously I really noticed in book 2, Bloodmarked, not that it wasn't in Legend Bound, these are new thoughts that are coming up as I'm making this and as I was reading it. There were so many characters in this book, right? Because obviously there is the round table, Achilles. Oh, did I pronounce it right? Achilles. Oh, did I pronounce it right? Anyway, you have the demons, you have the once-borns, which are humans without magical powers. You have the legend-borns, who are sworn to King Arthur. There's a lineage, like it's a whole thing, okay? Anyway, everything was so well described. There were so many characters, but as the story went on, obviously in certain scenes, certain characters are not mentioned, right? Because they're not relevant to those parts in the book. However, I just loved how suddenly, like obviously as the story was ending, towards the end, they all were re-mentioned and everything came together so seamlessly. I will say that this time around, I cannot remember if I had this feeling when I experienced this book the first time, but this time around, I will say Bree worked my nerves. She is a very strong-willed young lady, right? She can do it all, right? She's not scared. Granted, she's terrified, right? Because there's a lot that she's learning about herself, about her powers, about her family's encounters with demons and things of that nature. But she is still so fearless. However, her fearlessness has a direct effect to everyone around her. And even one of the characters mentioned that in the book. And so, yeah, I was pretty annoyed with my girl this book because I was just like, can you like just stop being so hot-headed for a moment? But then I realized if she's not that, and the results of her hot-headedness does not happen, we ain't gonna have a story. Right? But it again, it's one of those stories that really brings you in, and so I really enjoyed it. I'm so happy that I actually read it, right? There were listening parts, there were reading parts, whether Kindle or physically, the physical copy of the book. But it was great. It was great. And I just had to make sure I came back on here, wrap this up. I don't know how long this vlog's gonna be. It may be like 15 minutes, 10 minutes if that. Because I started so late and I really was not sharing much throughout it. But again, I just wanted to pretty much kind of like journal my feelings about this. Oh, something I noticed this time around, and obviously the very first time there were so many characters. Okay, if you guys have read this book, who is on this cover with Bree? Y'all, this is Sale. This is Sale. I think the first time I thought this was Nick. Okay, if you know, you know. There are so many questions at the end as well that I just really can't wait to see how it translates to Oathbound. There are at least 4 loose ends, right? Pretty much cliffhangers that are left at the end of this book, right? That I cannot wait to see play out in Oathbound. So that's all I'm gonna say. She did the damn thing. Tracy Deonn. I don't know if y'all seen my recent short. I never made a short before. That was my very first one. But when I say this series is slept on, I know everyone loves, you know, everyone loves the Fourth Wing series. It's actually called, what I believe, the Empyrean series. I have yet to read it. Have it on my shelf. Want to, just have not yet. Everyone loves the Fourth Wing series. Everyone loves I think it's like Throne of Glass, which is Sarah J. Maas, I believe. I hope I'm remembering the author correctly. There are so many other fantasy series, right? Tracy Deonn is a Black woman that has written a beautiful fantasy story about a Black young girl with magic she is discovering, and she is not getting the credit I believe that I see on like BookTube that she deserves. I'm not on TikTok. I follow a few booktubers that I love on Instagram, but I don't really follow a lot of book content creators on Instagram. Mainly my source for that is like YouTube, and she just really doesn't, you know, doesn't get enough. So yeah, I'm just gonna say that because I don't want it to become a, you know, her against anyone else. However, I just really wish that Tracy Deonn got as much love and respect as like your Fourth Wing series, and also some of the themes and what is discovered. And this was discovered in the first book, but how it is discovered that she and her family inherited this power that is forbidden because she's Black, right? So when people who are not Black, right? So when the Order learns that they are supposed to respect and look up to a Black girl, we already know all hell breaks loose, right? Like, it's a direct parallel to what's happening or what has happened here in the United States and has always been. So I'm just gonna leave that there, okay? Because I ain't trying to turn this political, but it stands true to what those of us who are Black, and especially if anyone finds herself in a more superior or authoritative type role, everyone are gonna go to the lengths to dismantle said person in that said role. So I'm gonna leave that there. This is me wrapping up my second vlog ever. I hope you guys enjoyed this very quick and brief vlog. Hope you guys enjoyed my thoughts. I will, of course, bring this up again when I do my March wrap up at the end of this month. But I will see y'all in the next video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Please share with your friends if you feel like they'll also like it. See you guys later. Bye.